Well, it finally happened. We got our first look at AC Mirage. It's been a while. I've been eagerly anticipating and awaiting this, and it happened. This was shown off at the PlayStation event that just occurred like 45 minutes ago, and so I am sitting down and going through my thoughts on it right here and now in real time. Honestly, I think the game looks graphically very impressive. It definitely is reminiscent of some of those early Assassin's Creed games that we all grew up with, or maybe not grow up with if you're a little older, but I grew up with them, so I'm just gonna go with that. I do think that they seem to have put a lot of effort into the lighting engine. I don't remember Valhalla, or I'm sorry,
Assassin's Creed Valhalla
looking quite like this. The art direction seems really good. The city seems very, very dense. It's going to be really interesting to actually explore it. They explain how there's multiple methods and means of attacking a given target. So again, multiple means of entry. You can go in knives blazing, or you can go in stealthily, or you can pay people off to get in. Social stealth is shown off all over the place, like right here. It really seems to be a return to form. One thing that did surprise me though is that later in the trailer here, they start showing a lot of melee combat. This is all hidden blade stuff, but here you can see actual hand-to-hand stuff with dual blades and all sorts of stuff. From the recent leaks we've seen, we heard that melee combat was not really going to be a focus in this game, that Basim would basically get one-shotted or three-shotted depending on the enemy. And so it's frankly kind of surprising to see so much melee combat shown off here. I just thought this was like really kind of hardcore. But you see this big expansive city, it's beautiful. It seems like it's going to be pretty interesting to play, and it's coming on October 12th. Now, to address some of the concerns that people in chat had when we were watching this live. For one, somebody said that it looked like a reskin of Valhalla, and I want to be upfront with you. It looks like that because that's frankly what it is. It's built using the Valhalla engine, and so of course it's going to look very, very similar. It was originally ideated as a DLC expansion for that game that eventually just spun off after a few weeks of development into its own thing, and that's why it looks very, very similar. But I don't think that that's necessarily a diss. I think Valhalla looked really good in parts, and I think everything that they've shown here looks really, really good, in addition to the lighting engine improvements that seem to have been made, and frankly the tighter scope leading to higher quality assets. It looks like there's a lot less recycled garbage like we saw in like from Odyssey coming off of Origins, then Valhalla coming off of Odyssey, where they were just copying and pasting stuff all over the place. It seems like here there's actually a lot more handmade custom environments and stuff, which is very, very intriguing. And based on all of the information we have, it really seems as though this is just a simple Assassin's Creed game that's smaller in scope, that is a return to form, that isn't trying to be everything to everybody. And while that might make the more recent fans of Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, Odyssey, Origins, and those types of games kind of bummed that it's not going to live up to that expectation or that standard, it's making a lot of hardcore OG fans of Assassin's Creed very, very happy, because this will be our first time getting back into the cloak, getting the hidden blade on, and going through these areas and missions in our own creative ways, focused on stealth, not trying to go in with poison darts, riding a dread wolf. Like, you think I'm exaggerating. That's a thing in those other Assassin's Creed games that have come out recently. So I'm very interested in this. Honestly, I was kind of bracing myself to be a little disappointed because the rest of the PlayStation showcase, except for the Spider-Man stuff, was kind of sucky. But frankly, this I think looks just like I was hoping it would look. It looks graphically very impressive. The animation quality seems really, really solid, and everything they've been communicating about it is in line with our expectations of it being leaner, more focused, and more traditional as far as Assassin's Creed games go. So I'm into this. I'm pumped. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. I know some people had mixed thoughts, but overall, if you go into the comment section and you just check out the overall perception that people are putting forward, it seems like there is a lot of excitement. This is what people were hoping for, and so long as they don't like totally screw it up with like heavy monetization, with NFTs, with anything else that Ubisoft has been messing with recently, as long as it's just this and no other crap, I think we'll be good. Unfortunately, that's not like a given nowadays. Unfortunately, it's quite likely that companies like Ubisoft screw stuff like this up. But having gone through the trailer and looking through these comments and stuff, it seems like this is exactly what people were hoping for. The Ubisoft of the old days is finally back. Thought it would be shown in Ubisoft Forward, but honestly, it's a welcome surprise. Yeah, it's like the one surprise in this whole PlayStation showcase. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try not to be like super kind of sassy about the PlayStation showcase, but I was actually quite amazed that they didn't come out with any surprises whatsoever. They were just like, yeah, everything you expected, here it is. Bye. Like, it was kind of sucky. Anyway, let me know what you thought of the PlayStation showcase down below. I was not that impressed, and I was sure they were going to knock it out of the park, but I mean, I guess that's one way of surprising me. That's one way they figured out how to do it. There's this comment from Redemption Team. It's been a really long time since I felt love for an Assassin's Creed game like this. Guys, we're in for a treat. Galvin, finally an Assassin's Creed game that goes back on what it should be. Definitely can't wait for an original Assassin's Creed game. Stealth-based Assassin's Creed is back. Excited for this one. As someone who has played the originals, I'm excited for them to bring it back to the start. And this just goes on and on and on and on and on. People are very, very excited that they are returning to form, at least based off what we've seen. Some people in chat were going off on like conspiracy theories as to why we didn't see this sooner. And I've had my own fair share of conspiracy theories with this game as well. As you guys know, I've made videos on that. But you know what? Better late than never. And as long as this is what the game is, it comes out and it's just good. That's all they have to do. As long as they don't cram this full of microtransactions, skins, and NFTs and all sorts of crap that they've been working on, I will be happy. But you know what? Time will tell. And before anybody says that, like, oh, Luke, you're just trying to be like a cynic. You're trying to be hyper negative about this game because you just like hating on Ubisoft or something. No, the reason why people have this knee-jerk negative reaction to Ubisoft is because they've frankly screwed up this type of thing many times before. They've had the opportunity to blow people away with games, and then they drop the ball right on their foot and then blame the community for it. And all they have to do is get this game, get it the way people want it, which it seems like they have done, and then release it. That's all they have to do. No extra crap, just put it out there. But every time that Ubisoft has had the opportunity to do just that in the recent past, or somewhat recent past, they've screwed it up somehow. So I think it's reasonable for people to be very cautiously optimistic with this, but frankly, this trailer does everything it needed to do, even down to this little detail I spotted, where it seems as though they've actually added physics to the rugs on the floor. Watch as Basim walks, you can see the cloth actually deforming under his feet as he walks. Why does that matter? I don't know, but I thought that that was just a cool little touch. And when I see stuff like that, it gets me confident that they are putting the focus on those little bitty details, the small touches that make a game not just good, but can potentially make it great. Because what I think elevates a game to the stratosphere is that attention to detail. That's what sets like Naughty Dog apart from all of those other studios that also make third-person adventure games. Granted, I think Ubisoft is a long way off from Naughty Dog in terms of quality and consistency, but this is a good start. And this trailer did exactly what it needed to do. As a proud skeptic, I am now cautiously optimistic for Mirage, and I cannot wait to see more. But again, let me know what you thought of all of this and the showcase down in the comment section below. I'm very interested. And if you missed our live watch party of the stream, look up Luke Stevens Live in the search bar. We hung out. We had like thousands of people in chat with us while we watched it. It was freaking awesome. And if you don't want to miss the next one, head over there, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, and you'll be good to go. But with that, I'm going to go take some copium because that showcase sucked ass. Much love, everybody. I'm going to see you in the next one. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.